Are you a racist? I know it's a tough question, but it's a question that we all must ask ourselves, no matter what background we come from. Whether we're black, white, we're Japanese, Chinese, Mexican, Russian, Native American, Indian, or a combination of some of these, like me. It's a question you have to ask yourself, because it's something we all struggle with to one degree or another, and it's something we all must work on, because we all must learn how to relate to people that are different than us. And to do that, one of the best ways to do that is to actually spend time with people. Spend time with people who are different than us, as well as people who are like us, because that helps us to understand and to relate better, to understand the pains, the difficulties, the struggles, the likes, the dislikes, and all that other stuff, so we can better understand one another. And recently I went to an event where people from all backgrounds came together peacefully to celebrate one thing that we all have in common: food. Last year, my daughter Sayla and I attended the National Heirloom Expo for the very first time, and we had an absolute blast at the expo with 16,000 other people there, and it was just so much fun. But this year we were able to bring the whole family. My wife Lacey, my son Josiah, and my other son Micah, as well as Sayla and I again, were able to go out there together.
Where's the airplane at? Keep going, following mommy.
I set out on a road that I built with my own two hands. I met friends on the way, people chosen to make a stand.
They're trying to video us as I'm videoing them.
For Micah and Josiah, this was their first time riding on an airplane, and they were really excited about it. Well, at least at first. After the plane started to take off, that excitement went away. They got a little scared, just wanted to hold my hand.
Baby, we're children of summer, we're meant to be free.
We flew from Charlotte, North Carolina, Charlotte Airport, all the way across the country to San Francisco, and it's crazy how we can fly across the country in just about 4.5 hours. It is ridiculous, the technology and the speed in which we're able to travel these days. And as we were getting ready to land in San Francisco, just 1,000 feet away, seemed like it was a lot closer than that, was another plane that was prepping to land. And let me tell you, landing is not my favorite process of flying. However, once we get on the ground and we're there and the plane stopped, I'm super happy about that. But it was so neat as we left the airport and we were traveling through San Francisco, being able to see San Francisco together and see a lot of the places that frankly we see on a lot of TV shows, a lot of movies, all the hills and just the environment there was really neat to be able to share that together with them. And then one of the favorite things that we enjoyed seeing together as a family was the Golden Gate Bridge. And this bridge is one of my favorite man-made structures that I have ever seen. It's just absolutely magnificent.
Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for.
And overall, I must say I really enjoyed seeing San Francisco, and no offense to those of you who live there, I wouldn't want to live there just because I like to spread out a little bit more. But it wasn't until we got outside of San Francisco and more towards Santa Rosa where the expo is held that I really enjoyed seeing more of the countryside and seeing the mini mountains or whatever they're called. They're just golden and they're absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite things about being out there. And I think Northern California is one of the prettiest places that I have personally ever been to. And it's just very beautiful, and the images just stick in your mind, especially seeing the sunrise on one side and then seeing the sunset. It's just absolutely beautiful. And after leaving San Francisco and dealing with some traffic, it took about 2 hours for us to get to where we were staying, just outside of Santa Rosa, and get checked into our hotel. And then we got rested up and recovered from all the day's travel, because it was a long day and we were all pretty wiped out. And then one of the following days we helped set up for the expo. And setting up for the expo is really an elaborate project. There's a lot of work that goes involved in setting up this expo, because it really is a big deal, because thousands of people come here, and Baker Creek, who is the main company that puts together this expo, really puts forth a lot of effort in setting this expo up.
All right, let's put some of them on there. Let's see you do it.
Almost as tall as me.
Yeah, wow.
And it was starting to heat up while we were outside working. But let me tell you, the heat there is very different from the heat in North Carolina where we live. We have to deal with so much humidity that it really beats you down. So when we got there and it was in the 90s, it was like, wow, I can do this. No humidity at all with some breeze. This feels great. We were even having a little bit of fun doing some exercises with the squash as we were doing it. But we finally got the stage done and all the squash set up, and it was really nice seeing it all come together during the expo and seeing them play the music there and people just enjoying their time there. But we'll get to that in another vlog. Then the next day we came to help with some more setup, and we were told that Baker Creek was really adamant about having an Asian display of different types of Asian, Chinese produce on display at the expo. And for those of you who don't know, Baker Creek is really a loving, compassionate company, and they really are open to all types of people, all types of culture, and so inviting. And they have one thing that brings everybody together, and that is food. So they really wanted to make sure that the Asian culture was represented here at the expo. And since there weren't any produce available, local produce of any farmers that we knew of that were growing Asian produce to bring to the expo, we were asked to go to Chinatown to get some. And once we got into Chinatown, it was really a different experience for us. A good experience, but different. I mean, we just took us quite a while, maybe an hour, hour and a half, just to kind of orient ourselves with the flow of what was going on. It was just people walking everywhere, and we were there right at lunchtime, so it was really super busy. People on the streets, walking, traffic driving. It was like people going all over the place, and it was kind of, I think, a little bit shocking to the kids, but we adjusted to it, and it was just an overall really neat experience to be out there and in Chinatown. We were in Chinatown. Alrighty, we have a mission. The mission is to go in Chinatown here in San Francisco to find all kind of neat fruits and vegetables that we can add to decorate at the expo. So this is our first time here, and let's just see how it goes. I must say, this is a totally neat experience. What do you think, Sarah? Hadn't really been anywhere like this before. What do you think about this place, Josiah? Pretty neat? Is that pretty neat? Cool. As we were shopping, one of the locals who spoke very little, well, maybe no English at all, tried to explain to us what bat nuts are and how to use them.
Thank you.
So you crack them open and then boil it?
No, you boil them so you can get open them.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So cute, yeah.
They are. They're so neat. We gotta get some of those.
Salad and moon cake.
I don't know what these are, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna buy that. There we got a peach. Your peach? You got a peach there? You gonna eat it?
And the dog.
Alright, we're making another trip out to the car with my arms full of produce. So, got some more shopping to do. Alright, right now we have a challenge of making sure it all fits. We're dealing with a rental car here, and it's an Ultima. It's a car, not a van, so we're doing what we can to fit it all in. So, trying to start packing things in back here as best we can. All this fruit in here, I don't even know what the names of them are, but they look pretty cool, and they'll be really cool decorations for the expo. Overall, this is definitely a culture shock. Overall, this new life experience for a North Carolina boy like me, and these North Kakalakis farmers here. So pretty neat though. Definitely pace and busyness is very different than we're used to dealing with. So I was kidding with the family that we walk like we're Southerners. We definitely have a Southerner walk to us. A little bit slower.
What do you think about those, Josiah? Those are pretty neat. You know what those are? Ah, that's pretty neat. Is that peppers? Is that peppers? Yeah, don't touch those with hot peppers, they'll burn you. Ooh. Look at that. Have you ever seen these type of produce before, Sayla?
No.
This is all kind of neat stuff around here.
There's some of these radishes here. I think they're radishes. We'll grab some of these too. I don't know what they are.
How's that? There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, let's get this done, Taylor. I'll hold the basket for you. Let's get like, I don't know, 6? These things are pretty neat. That's good. Alright, let's go ahead and get some of that cauliflower stuff. There's a bag right here. Put them in the bag. Alright, go with one more. That one look neat enough for you? There we go.
It's funny, at each of the markets that we go to, they're kind of like, oh, all this cash, right? I'm like, yeah, I have cash. And they're kind of surprised that we're buying the quantities that we're buying. I just say, we're just having a big party, right?
They were very surprised.
Can you even pick that up? Let's see those farm muscles in work right now. Come on, can you do it? Can you do it? There you go, you got it.
Let you get that one.
Whoa.
Oh, this one's kind of ouchy. Press it on your head, see what happens?
Okay, that's enough. Thank you. So much. Yay.
Thank you. What all do we have here?
Sand pears, green plums, Asian pears.
That's pretty beautiful, isn't it?
I'm really grateful that we were able to have this experience and to have this experience together with the kids. It was definitely a learning and beneficial experience to broaden our perspective on life and other people. Wow, that is pretty neat right there.
There's an elephant.
Wow.
Whoa, shoot. Look.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
What about the dog?
But lastly, before we left, of course we had to let everyone look around for some souvenirs.
See your hat on, Josiah. $2. Let's see that hat. There we go. These some real deal ones right here.
So after we did all of our shopping in Chinatown, we got back to the expo to set up the Chinese display.
Look at there. Look at that mustache you got there. Aren't you a little young for a mustache? It's like your name should be Pierre or something.
So all the produce that we collected while we were in Chinatown, well, here it is, and these are the tables that we put together. So what do we have here at these tables? I can't even remember what all it is that we got.
Well, some things that some people may not know are these fuzzy little things are called rambutan. Those are interesting. We have burdock root, and of course, carrots. And look at this huge mango. It was just like gigantic. Eggplant, and I'm not even sure what that is. And look, green radishes and dragon fruit. It's just all kinds of tons of ginger. Logan fruit right here. These little things. I tried one yesterday. They're really good. They have a really big seed in the center. They're super good.
And with all the produce that we got, we were able to set up 3 different tables with the Chinese theme. And it's just really neat, and it was really fun to put it together. And it's just amazing how many different types of produce that there are around the world. This is just a taste of it here with just different ones that are from China. But all around the expo here, there's so many varieties of produce. It is amazing. And it truly was an honor and privilege to be able to set this display table up and to make sure that the Asian produce and Asian people were represented in this way. I come from a multiracial background, and I really appreciate inclusivity and people inviting people of all backgrounds to come together. And that's what the expo is all about, of all people coming together, whatever your backgrounds are, whatever your beliefs are, but coming together to celebrate and appreciate the one thing that we all have in common, and that is food and the need to preserve our food. Everyone coming together to take part in doing that. Not major corporations and companies owning the rights to our seeds, but no, everyone coming together so that we all have the right, wherever you live, whatever your background is, whatever you believe, to have the right to produce your own food. I feel that it is a right of every human being. And some time ago, we got a comment, it really aggravated me, that it kind of challenged us too, but questioning us why we don't have black or Mexican farmers in our videos. It's just like, really? Come on. But I do want to take time to address that right now, because I feel it's important to have people of all backgrounds represented in whatever we go to. Most importantly, beyond the skin color, it is what we are doing that matters. Whatever your background is, the importance is what we are doing, the work that we are doing. And this also brings something to mind that I want to mention real quickly, and that is being humble enough and loving enough to learn from all people, to have the erase the hate. It bugs me so much and bothers me and hurts my soul to hear people talk about hate and how they hate this person or this group of people, and they're just so easily offended and they hate this president or that president. No, get rid of all that. We should just love everyone, whatever your background is, to not be racist, to not be sexist, to whatever, but to be loved and to be humble enough to learn from other people. I have a lot of different beliefs than people at the expo, but you know what? I can go there and sit down at their feet and learn from them, because everyone has something to share that we each can learn from, whatever their background is. So make sure you stay tuned for the next video, because I'm going to be talking more about the expo. Like I said, there's people from all walks of life that are represented there, from conservatives to liberals to Asians to Africans to Americans to whatever, and everyone comes there, and it is really, really neat, from the people represented from all over the world. There's politicians there, and homemakers there, and farmers there, homesteaders there, modern gardeners there, kitchen gardeners there. It is just so neat, and an honor to be able to go there and see it. So keep that in mind. Well, that's it for today. As always, be strong and grow on and love more.